Living longer, living healthier, living better than ever before. Welcome to Mountain Pacific's Healthy Living for Life, a weekly series that gives you the information, education, and expert insight you need to become an active participant in today's ever-changing healthcare climate. Here now is today's program host.
Of all the industries where technology plays a crucial role, healthcare is arguably the most important. And more, you can take technology home with you to monitor, track, and improve your health. Welcome to Healthy Living for Life, a show dedicated to helping you do just that. I'm your host, Lisa Sather. Today we'll show you some at-home devices to help you with your health. And for those of you who are not so tech savvy, we have some great household items for you too. Stay with us. Welcome back. Joining us today is Dan Keith, CEO and founder of It Starts With Me Health, and Shireen Campbell, a medical claims data analyst for It Starts With Me Health. Thank you both for joining us today. You're not strangers to the show, so thank you for coming back.
Good to see you again.
Yes. So, we've loved learning about the latest trends in technology, and we want to thank you for coming back. And so I want to talk about the future of healthcare. And it's been changing dramatically with all the new technology that's come along. And people are wanting more and more to stay in their homes, receive care in their homes. With your expertise and what you've seen at some of the summits and things you've gone to, can you talk a little bit about where you see health and healthcare going in the future? Dan, maybe you.
Yeah, it is moving incredibly fast. And in fact, a lot of the healthcare providers can't even keep up with all the changes, and it's almost an unreal expectation to expect them to. But a lot of the things we're going to show today are part of that healthcare at home, where people can actually be generating some of their own numbers and some of their own readings and provide them to their doc for the doc to be able to provide better care. Excellent. I don't know, what do you see?
Yeah, definitely the telemedicine is gaining more and more traction. You see a lot more in the news with the VA system. They've had amazing success with it. And it keeps people monitored more closely so that they don't have to come into the hospital after they've gotten a little bit too far down, like a heart issue where maybe they've been drinking too much fluid and their blood pressure is going up and they've maybe got some congestive heart failure issues. We'd see a lot more people in critical condition, whereas now there's some of those bits of information that can be drawn either from some of the remote blood pressure devices and scales people being weighed. And so we're preventing a lot more serious issues being seen in the hospital a lot more frequently. So, things like that, or new mothers with little babies and they're not sure, that's their first baby, and they don't know, is it a fever or what's going on with my child? And instead of rushing into the ER, they can gather some of that information and then provide that to the provider without it being a critical issue sometimes. So
excellent.
Let me add one thing to that, especially with home care for individuals. One of the things that's happening is people might have a device, for example, that they like to track their health with, but maybe they have a home care agency coming in and the home care agency's software doesn't really accommodate that. And on top of that, the provider's software doesn't really accommodate that. So I think that is one of the things that's going to start happening, is there's going to be this sort of chasm between all the data that people can take in and actually use.
Interesting, thank you. So how about elderly patients? Any advice how older folks can keep up with this, and keep themselves a little bit involved in the trends in technology before we jump into actually looking at some items?
Well, that's actually a great question, because what we find is that a lot of folks that are getting older, the smartphone technology sometimes is something that they don't want to really deal with. But then there's a lot of folks who have embraced it. And a lot of the technological advances that are coming through are smartphone or iPad based, and so they are kind of based around that. But we have actually brought a few things that are non-techy that are pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. Well, without any further ado, let's jump into what you've brought to show us today.
Okay.
Sure. Well, one of these that you may see coming in the future, as far as some of that telemedicine where providers actually go to someone's home, or they have someone non-clinical in someone's home and they want to get some readings back, is this device. It's called an Echo Duo, and we actually demonstrated their first product, which was that handheld EKG machine with the single lead. Well, now they've actually got a stethoscope with the built-in EKG, and so it's just a little device. It looks
Doesn't look like a stethoscope.
No, this is it. It's got the battery charger here, and it actually has instructions of where to place this on your skin, on your chest, where to go, and then it picks up breathing sounds, it picks up your bowel tones, it picks up the heart noises, and it can generate that single lead EKG. So it actually records it. It's something that can be sent in to the provider to read, to look at. And can be done, like I said, just by following the instructions.
And you talk about home care.
Amazing.
Imagine that. Imagine a patient having that at home and being able to have the doc 200 miles away and being able to just, they've had heart surgery and they're able to send not only their heart, the rhythm, the reading, the EKG, but they're also actually sending the sounds so the physician can hear that.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Another one, this is something that you can actually purchase off Amazon right now. It's called the Temp Track. And this is, like I said, for, you have new mothers. This can be used on anyone, but it's really handy because you can put this right on your child. Yeah, you want to open that? And it will stay on for 24 to 48 hours, and that's how the price is determined. It's about $10 to $20. And you can actually download the app that goes on your smartphone, and you place it right on your child, and then it will actually show you if there has been a temperature spike, what the trend is, and so you get a lot more valuable information versus, is my baby getting more fussy or not? Do I need to stick a thermometer somewhere where they don't want?
I mean, imagine that when somebody's at home, and babies are the greatest example because, a lot of us have done that where you're up all night walking in, feeling them. You don't want to wake them up, but you've got to take a temperature. Imagine being able to just look at your smartphone and see the entire trend for 24, 48 hours.
Absolutely amazing. Is there just one per package? And
There's 10, two.
Two per package, okay.
Yep, and they just, you just peel it off and stick it on.
Single use, I assume, yes.
Yes.
They have a 24-hour version, a 48-hour version, and a 72-hour version.
Okay, we're going to pause for a quick break. And coming up next, Dan and Shireen will show us more health and healthcare innovations so we can better take care of ourselves at home. Don't go away. We'll be right back.